A celebrity chef is breaking his silence about the terrifying night that nearly ended his life at a moment that took a tragic turn and left him simply grateful for life. A routine dinner date ended badly for a Food Network star who built a reputation for serving up soulful, flavor-packed dishes to some of the biggest names in the industry, earning his place as one of the most sought-after, award-winning chefs in the game. But just a year ago, his life looked nothing like the one he's living now. Far from the weekly travels and star-studded meals, he was battling a setback that tested his faith, focus, and determination long before he found his way back to the kitchen and to the purpose that made him who he is today. Guy Fieri's Food Network. Co-star Tobias Dorzon details a traumatic incident after a date with his girlfriend. Photo by Jason Kierner, Getty Images, on November 5, 2024. Tobias Dorzon, owner of Huncho House and 1123 by Chef Tobias Restaurants in suburban Washington, was preparing to meet his girlfriend Crystal Swan for one of their routine bi-weekly date nights. The couple were in a long-distance relationship, and Swan had flown in town for the two to have dinner at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Northwest D.C. But upon returning home from their date, the Food Network star and Swan were shot and robbed. In honor of the one-year anniversary of getting his life back on track, Dorzon opened up to People magazine about the terrifying moments surrounding the shooting and how he's been dealing with recovery and life after the incident. He explained that after dining at Ruth's Chris, he and Swan took a 30-minute Uber ride back to his home in Hyattsville, Maryland. When the car stopped in front of the residence, another vehicle pulled up behind them, but he assumed it would simply drive around. As Dorzon stepped out to open his girlfriend's door, several people suddenly jumped out of the trailing car and opened fire. Dorzon was struck 11 times, and his girlfriend was also hit, collapsing onto the lawn. I was trying to cover her, and then I started getting hit. I went to the ground and tried to drag myself toward the curb, but I couldn't hear my girl, he remembers. In that moment, Dorzon's mind began racing as the individuals approached him while on the ground. He said, "At that point, I'm thinking they're going to pretty much finish me off." According to a report from WJLA, the 5 suspects stole an $80,000 Audemars Piguet watch, a diamond necklace worth $15,000, his iPhone, his Apple Watch, and a Louis Vuitton bag with $2,000 inside. After taking the items, the suspects jumped into the stolen car and sped away from the scene. One suspect, Devin Spivey, 21, was caught and charged with 18 counts related to the shooting. The most recent reporting shows he is ordered to remain jailed without a bond, and the 4 remaining suspects have yet to be apprehended. Dorzon remembers being weak, but having some strength to FaceTime his brother on the ground to explain what happened. While a neighbor called 911, fans reacted to the report on People's Facebook page. One person said, "I admire your courage and determination in your recovery. May you continue to get stronger, and may your craft continue to blossom in this difficult journey." Another wrote, "OMG. So sad. I love Tobias." A third person on Instagram typed, "OMG, poor guy, thank God you're okay." Both he and Swan were taken to the hospital, where they were listed in stable condition. They each suffered injuries to their lower bodies, though it remains unclear how many times Swan was shot. Dorzon lost feeling in his left leg and was told he might never walk again. Still, he pushed through, spending 2 months in the hospital, undergoing multiple surgeries, and committing to physical therapy. He often shared glimpses of his recovery on Instagram. In December 2024, he posted a video showing himself using a walker and hopping on one leg, the other supported by a brace, determined to regain his strength. A close-up photo of his stomach was posted in January of this year, which now has a long scar with stitch marks. Months later, in July, Dorzon shared another update, a video of himself using suspension training straps to rebuild his strength and balance. In the caption, he wrote, 266 days later, still no nerve in my left leg and no feeling below my left knee, before expressing gratitude to God for his progress. Though he continues to remain grateful, he told people about the mental challenges he experiences from that traumatic evening. For somebody that just never really been in trouble, I thought coming back home to build something in my hometown. Being a hometown hero, something like that could never happen to me, he said. I ask myself every day, was I wrong for going out that night? Should I have not went out that night? Dorzon said since that moment, he now understands that God got a bigger purpose for his life as he continues growing closer to his daughters. Riley, 19, and Torian, 11, before becoming a